Hey, what is up, you sexy beasts? My name is Shadowfax and or Louise, whichever you want to call me, and today I am joined by a very special guest, my beautiful girlfriend, Lucie.
Hello!
And that was very enthusiastic.
I know, thank you.
She's so happy to be here. And we're going to do a dual com today, as if it wasn't already obvious. And today we're going to be talking about the LGBT community and the way it is perceived by the world. If you don't know what LGBT means, it's lesbians, gays, bis and transgenders. And what set us off wanting to talk about this is we watched Brokeback Mountain yesterday. Stop laughing. This supposed to be serious, and she's like wetting herself. Right.
Not literally, it's okay, people, don't panic.
Basically, we watched Brokeback Mountain yesterday. And that film's is quite an old film in some ways. It's like a few years ago, and I've never watched it before because my understanding of it was basically that two cowboys went up into the mountains, got a little bit bored, and decided to get a little bit frisky. But it's not like that at all, is it?
No, it ran a lot deeper than that.
It did. It's actually a really good film, and if you've never watched it, it's about two cowboys who go up into the mountains. They have to work together up there, and they fall in love. There are sex scenes. I didn't particularly enjoy them, I must admit, being a lesbian. But, yeah, basically they fall in love. They do genuinely fall in love, and it spans from 1963 over about 20 years. So like the 80s. And they can't be together because of the way society would not accept it, which I think is really sad.
Well, it is.
It is. They have to go and get a wife each and have kids.
Try and be the normal.
Exactly.
Just so to speak.
Because
there is any such thing as normal.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Well said, my love. Because society back then, it was not accepted. It really wasn't.
It's more seen as like a disease or a disorder, and people would think that it's like contagious.
I mean, how stupid is that?
I know.
That is really, really stupid. Which it's not a disease. It's not contagious. It's not like I woke up one day and I said, do you know what? I'm going to be a lesbian. And then I went and touched Lucie.
And she turned me into one.
Yeah.
And that's the end of it.
That was it. That was it. She was completely straight before.
Yeah.
Not. And I found it really sad that back then, and even now in some parts of the world, people are having to, as Lucie put it quite well earlier, people are having to live a lie, and they're having to be people that they really aren't, simply to fit in with what society thinks is the norm. That wouldn't fly with me very well.
Well, no, if you're living a lie, how can you be happy? How, people around you are going to make them miserable as well as yourself. And if you're entered in like a norm relationship, then they ain't going to be happy.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
You're just affecting everyone, so bottom line is, be yourself.
There we go. Straight from the mouth of Lucie. You heard it here first.
And then everyone will be happy.
Exactly. So. I mean, we are very lucky in this day and age that a large part of the world does accept it, and I mean, we're even able to get married now.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not allowed to get married in a church.
No.
But I mean, that's something I wanted to touch on, actually. We're not allowed to get married in a church because we're gay, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. I don't want to get married in a church, but not because I think I shouldn't because I'm gay, and God doesn't allow that kind of thing. He made us all, he loves us all, but you're gay, so no, He loves me, so he made me gay. But I think it's really hypocritical when you see these straight couples getting married in church, and they're allowed to get married.
They've never been to church in a day in their life.
Exactly. They don't believe in God themselves, but they're allowed to get married in church because they're straight. That's really ridiculous.
Sense.
I think it shouldn't be whether you're gay or you're straight. It should be whether you actually believe in God.
Well, yeah, it's supposed to be the house of God,
Yeah, exactly. How can you go and get married under the love of God, and you don't actually believe in him?
That makes sense.
Exactly. You see my points of view so well.
I know, thank you.
This is why I'm going to marry you.
That's the only reason.
And we're getting married in a garden, by the way, not a church.
Yeah, no, I want to get married in a garden.
That's in the church. No. Well, we don't want to be in the church anyway.
Yeah, so...
But I do find it... We are extremely lucky. I mean, we live in the UK, and it is very largely accepted here. And I remember when I came out to my friends first, and they were all like, right, cool. And I was like, oh, right. Like, nobody made a big deal out of it at all. My friends were just like that. We knew that. We saw the way you stare at girls' asses. But, so we're very, very lucky. But there are parts of the world, like Russia, and there's parts of Africa, and, like, literally they will be killed for being gay, and I think that's absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, it is. You know, getting killed for actually who you are.
And something that you can't control. You
can't
control. You really can't control. I've tried to be straight.
Yeah, we both have.
Exactly.
It just didn't work because that's not who we are.
No. I can't get emotionally attached to a guy. It just doesn't happen. No. But with Lucie here, I'm totally and utterly in love with her. I would do absolutely anything for her. Anything for you.
Would you eat a dead rat for me?
Oh my God, not this again! Stop asking me that.
You said anything.
If I had to, I would life or death, but not just because you feel like I should.
I think it'd be funny.
Okay, I'll eat a dead rat and then I'll kiss you and then we'll see if you think it's funny. I'll still have the tail in my mouth.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Exactly. Twat. Twat. I love you.
Anyway.
So, yeah, I think we ourselves are extremely lucky that we can be who we are and not worry. It's not like I go around and go, hi, I'm Louise, I'm gay. But I do have the freedom to be able to turn around and say, hi, I'm Louise and this is my girlfriend Lucie, and not worry. Mm-hmm.
Although the older generation are much more unaccepting.
Yeah,
Although I think they're more so now. Like, when I came out, my granddad is very old school, but yeah, he was like, well, as long as you're happy. And I was like, what?
I know, I remember when, because like, obviously we work with the elderly, and I remember when I used to do community care, and I had a really cushy run of like people that I did in the mornings, like helped them get washed, dressed and get up and stuff. And I was off one day and another girl did my run for me. And she decided that she wanted my run. So she outed me to every single one of them. And told them all that I was a lesbian, thinking that because they're the older generation, that they would turn against me and not want me anymore. And then she could be their carer and she'd have the nice cushy run. Yeah. It kind of backfired on her. I got into work on the Monday morning, got to my first one, which was a 94-year-old Scottish lady, right? Proper posh, and the first thing she said to me when I walked through the door was, so, what girl you been shagging this weekend? No lie! And I was just like, what? And honestly, like, this girl had been going around telling every single one of my, like, the people that I used to go to that I was a lesbian, thinking that they wouldn't want me to go to them anymore. Every single one of them didn't care. They were just like, and?
Yeah.
But then again, I suppose they had the chance to know me first and know who I was.
Yeah.
So I think that can be a little bit of a misconception sometimes. I know the older generation were brought up that gays weren't really sort of accepted, but I don't know, maybe they're seeing that the world is accepting them now, and I'm finding a lot more of them than you would think are accepting of it. It's very strange. But basically, there are places and people in the world that just need to come forward a little bit, come forward with the times, and realise that it doesn't matter what people are doing, whether they're gay or they've just got some weird tendency. I mean, you can sit back and look at them and think, fuck me, you're weird. But as long as they are happy in what they are doing and they're not hurting anyone else, then it doesn't affect you, then what is your problem with it? Because if there is no effect it's causing to you, then for you to have a problem with it means that you really haven't got much of a life, and I'm going to feel pretty sorry for you. That something that somebody else that is doing that doesn't have any effect on you whatsoever causes you so much distress means that obviously you haven't got enough going on in your life to keep you entertained and keep you busy if you need to hate on someone else for absolutely no reason whatsoever.
Yeah, it's very sad.
It is very sad. And we feel sorry for you.
We do.
And we love you.
We do.
We love you.
We love you.
So, basically, yeah, that's our little rant. Don't stare at me like that. Just like, I'm so sweet and innocent.
I really am.
You wish. You wish. So anyway, that's been our rant on it, guys. We want to know what you think, so let us know in the comments below. Maybe you're going to unsubscribe from me now that you know that I'm a rug muncher. And I could say that because I'm one. You know, no, I don't. It's like that's like else. Like, have you noticed that there are some like lesbians that get really offended by the term rug muncher?
Yeah, I don't get that.
I don't get offended by that at all. I'm like, yep, I'm a big dirty dyke. I don't care.
Like, I am, and what's your point?
You know, I eat from the hairy table.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry, I heard that on Bad Girls years ago, and I absolutely love it. You know, all these. That's like when people try and use those kind of like terms to insult you because they know you're a lesbian, and it's like, and that is what I am.
Yeah.
That is me. Glad we've got that figured out. I don't know. It's crazy, but basically, yeah, I don't even know anymore. I just find it really sad, and it's like you see all these teenagers every year that. Because they're gay, they're being bullied, and they end up taking their own lives. That's really sad.
That is really sad. That
Like,
they can't be themselves.
Like, how would you like it if you had, like, a favourite orange T-shirt and you got bullied every day to the point that you wanted to commit suicide just because you had this orange T-shirt? Like...
That's really stupid.
See, it's really stupid, isn't it? It doesn't make sense. And I mean, let's talk about this orange T-shirt shit, right? It's like the transgenders. Why would you hate on a bloke that likes to wear girls' clothes? That's like me turning around and saying, right now, Lucy is wearing a hoodie that says, I love my duvet.
I really do. Well, I made that clear.
I think that this top, even though it's actually mine, is shit. So I'm going to bully her for that.
What?
Like, that wouldn't make sense, would it? You know, or I'm going to bully you because your hair's brown and curly.
But you love my curls.
I do. I'm talking like hypothetically. I mean, it wouldn't make sense, would it? It'd be really stupid.
It's stupid. It's like you're like trying to make their life miserable for something that they can't control, when really your life's actually miserable, which is why you're trying to make their life miserable. If that makes any sense at all.
It does. It does.
Okay,
for once, it makes some sense, darling.
For what? Excuse me.
For once. Don't hit me. I love you. But it just doesn't make any sense why you would hate on someone for something that they have no control over and does not affect you. And sometimes you see these guys dressed up as women and like you wouldn't even know that they're really a guy, and they look like they're probably like the hottest girl in the club.
Than me.
Yeah, and bigger boobs.
It's just like, what?
I know.
Not fair.
That's the only problem we have with them, is that they look better than us. Bastards. But I wouldn't have a problem with them because they're a man. Because let's face it, the rule that women should wear skirts and men should wear trousers, that was
the old ages.
That was created by society, you know. And there are a lot of things that were created by society that can be changed, and they have changed, like the fact that women were never allowed to wear trousers. Now they are. Nobody bats an eyelid about a woman wearing trousers. Nope. You know, I never wear skirts. I'm always in jeans or something like that. So
I'd more likely to bat an eyelid if she was in a skirt or a dress.
Exactly. That's actually really true. So why would you then bat an eyelid because a man's wearing a dress? You don't bat an eyelid when you see a woman walking down the street in trousers. So why would you care that a man's walking down the street in a dress? Exactly. Oh, because it's not normal? Well, there is no such thing as normal. There is no such thing.
Exactly.
So
if everyone was normal, then everyone would be the same and everyone would be boring. I mean, really.
Exactly.
You're
getting really hyped up,
Thank
darling.
you.
And it is also like, and you can turn around and say, well, I don't understand it. Well, you don't need to understand it. As long as it's not affecting you and it's not hurting you, you don't need to understand it. Just accept it and move on with your own bloody life. Just get on with your own bloody life, man. Anyway, guys. That's been our rant on it. We'd love to know what you think in the comments section below. What you think to this, and if you'd like to see Lucy in on some more dual comms with me, because I certainly would. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think, and I will catch you later. Bye. Bye.
Enemy UAV online.
Oh. Well then I just couldn't turn around. Like, I just start shooting at one and another pops up from somewhere else.
Got their flag.
Guys. Oh, and I ran out of ammo. Fuck. Reload, James, reload.
Soldier, return our flag. Enemy dropped our flag.
Oh.
Bring it to
Just fucking blowing the shit out of you then.
UAV in waiting. We've captured the enemy flag. System hack, ready on your order. Orbital care package on standby. We must return our flag. Our flags returned. System hack. Enemy hunts have been disabled. Marking care package coordinates. Friendly UAV above. Assault drone ready.
Oh, yes.
Get it back. Friendly assault drone inbound. They're hurting. Keep hitting them. Get back our flag. We've captured our flag. We have the enemy flag. Enemy UAV online. They return their flag. Got their flag. Return our flag.
Tacky as well, isn't it?
Get it back. Half time.
Oh. Yeah. Oh. That's nasty shit. Alright. That was some fucking cannon.
Capture the flag. Capture and defend the flags. Launching care package. Friendly UAV above.
Oh, nearly got some of them with a grenade.
Stole their flag. Enemy flag down. Enemy flag acquired. They dropped our flag. Our flag's back. Get it to our base. UAV recon standing by. Bring it to our base. Orbital care package on standby.
Got it. Yeah.
Enemy flag captured. Ready on your order.
I wondered wondered why you just sort of like walked off, because I was behind you.
System hack. Enemy hunts have been disabled. Our UAV is online.
I'm out. Reloading.
Care package inbound. We have the enemy flag.
Oh, I nearly avenged your death.
We dropped their flag. Return our flag. Our flag's returned. Enemy missile strikes incoming. Take cover.
He scared the yeah, he scared the shit out of me.
Turn our flag.
I was like, fuck.
Flag's back. Got their flag.
Ah, I've come up behind. In the little tunnel.
Enemy flag down. They got their flag back.
Fucking hiding there like a little fucking...
We're winning. Enemy UAV above.
Oh!
Stole their flag.
Yeah. Oh yeah, motherfucker. Fuck was that? Fucking hell.
Good job, Atlas.
Well, it's been a pleasure. Nice to get back on it. I will do, yeah. I'll give you a shout. Layers.